So let's continue with the air pollution once again, and maybe 1-2 more classes. Then I'll go to water pollution. Today and maybe another class. Then we will go to water pollution. So mainly what we have in the syllabus: air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, noise pollution. Pollution. So air pollution is almost going to be ended. So major things I have already completed: the greenhouse effect, global warming, the acid rain. These are the very hot topic. Okay. Do you understand global dimming? Dimming. D-I-M-M-I-N-G. So day by day the intensity of sunlight is decreasing. That is called global dimming, and that is because of Tyndall effect. The particles, dust particles are floating in the air, and when sunlight trying to reach to the ground, getting reflected from the sky itself because of scattering phenomena. Light is getting scattered, and that's why by last 50 years 22% fall in intensity is found, and we are depending on solar panel more and more, and the intensity goes down. So solar energy also will not be very effective.
So in practical, we don't think that the intensity will be decreased.
Okay. So anyway, no, but day by day decreasing, that is also alarming situation, not good. So different undesirable foreign substance is giving trouble to the ecosystem particularly, because ecosystem is usually balanced system. It is said to be in equilibrium, and whenever some foreign matter is entering there into the ecosystem, the balance in the ecosystem is lost. That is the main trouble. Everywhere you see the same phenomenon. Ozone layer is absorbing the ultraviolet radiation. Hey, just one sec. Those who are talking now, immediately I start taking viva. Just, you have to stand up and answer the question. If you talk, immediately you will do that. And those who have not given assignment, all will have to give viva. Those who have not submitted assignment, all will have to appear for viva. Otherwise, I will put 0. You have to appear for viva. Those who have given already is fine, accepted. Those who have not given, you have to appear for viva. Very simply. Okay? You have to appear for viva. Those who have not submitted. Maybe if you have not submitted, whatever excuse may be, you have to appear for viva. I am not just giving any penalty. You have to appear for viva. What wrong in it? You have to appear. Okay? But viva one-to-one interaction, they are able to answer. You cannot copy the viva, right? You are copying assignment. So one-to-one you have to give viva. I will give some date, announce the date, and that date you have to appear. And normally your class is up to 4. After 4 I will take the viva. It's alright? Achha. Say air pollutants, these are all different type of air pollutants apart from criteria pollutant. So far I have discussed mainly about the criteria pollutants. They are very prominent, like carbon dioxide, it is a greenhouse gas. That is the main trouble. If carbon dioxide is more in the atmosphere, there are a lot of effects you have seen. What are the effects? Number 1, the glacier melts and flows. Number 2, the seawater rise level. Seawater level will rise. And number 3, what happens? What more? Any more effect? There will be more frequent natural calamities. Okay? More frequent natural calamities like storm and all. So this is all effect of global warming. Because our total atmosphere, that all these weather phenomena all will get changed. Climatic condition getting changed. So there will be more frequent thunderfall, more frequent rainfall or abnormal rainfall in some other time of the year. That type of thing is we are observing already. It's happening. Okay. So this is because of global warming. Sometimes we always not understand where there is warming. You have to use the coat. Then where is warming? Still cold. No, you cannot understand in a day because it's a cosmic phenomena. It takes so many years. So not maybe not your lifetime, but this will be actually alarming situation is appearing. In 1930, some people are telling, I don't know, 2030. In the year 2030, Kolkata will be underwater. People are telling, I don't know really, but some portion may be submerged. And this time there was a hint. This rainy season also there is a hint. Some portion actually submerged underwater. But it took a few days to recover. Okay, maybe the situation will become more and more devastating afterwards. So by 2030, what will be the situation? We cannot predict so easily, is it? Okay, so this is regarding global warming, greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide. What about carbon monoxide? It's a pollutant. What it does? Usually it's a toxic one. So it will reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of our blood. Blood hemoglobin. What blood hemoglobin does? Last bench. What blood hemoglobin does? What is the our blood hemoglobin? What is the function? What is the function of blood hemoglobin? Last bench. Middle. বলো এই এদিক ওদিক তাকিয়ে লাভ নেই তোমাকে বলছি yes to you হ্যাঁ বলো what is the effect of carbon monoxide exposure into our blood इधर उधर मत देना जब पढ़ाऊंगा तो सुनना फाइन श्योर सिट डाउन देखो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड क्या होता है नो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड कैनॉट कैरी ऑक्सीजन I told carbon monoxide very precisely. Carbon monoxide getting attached to the बोला ना ओजोन वेट करके बोलना every word because wrong word wrong meaning is very dangerous. अच्छा okay so blood has got hemoglobin. What is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a complex compound. Hemoglobin is a complex compound, heme part and globin part. Globin is a protein. It is a globular protein. Globin, albumin, globulin, these are called globular proteins. And heme part, that is a complex compound. At the center you have ferrous iron and porphyrin ring, nitrogenous ring, it is heterocyclic ring called porphyrin. It is surrounding the ferrous iron. That is the structure. Ferrous iron is surrounded by some porphyrin ring which is nitrogen containing heterocyclic ring. Like pyridine is very small. I am talking about very big ring that is surrounding the ferrous iron. That is heme part. And globin protein attached from the bottom. हो गया hemoglobin. So how many positions of iron? Total? What is the coordination number of iron? 6. Very good. 6. So 4 positions occupied by porphyrin. 4 positions occupied by porphyrin. 5th position by globin protein. So 6th position is open. 6th position is open, clear? That can be occupied by oxygen, giving us oxyhemoglobin. But oxygen is a very bad, what is called? Ligand. Okay, it is a very poor ligand, oxygen. Because itself it is satisfied, it is not a good donor, O2. So O2 as a molecule, not O2. O2 as a molecule is a very much satisfied molecule, it is a very stable one. So it will not be a good donor. So binding will be very weak. With this hemoglobin, the binding will be very poor, oxyhemoglobin. And when it goes into the tissue, it releases. That's why it releases so easily. If it is bound very tightly, that we don't want because we need to release also. It will carry, but it has to release. That is very balanced mechanism, you see. Very delicate and balanced mechanism. Little bit of disbalance will kill us. So it will have to take oxygen from there. It will have to carry into the blood, into the tissue. Then it has to release. So fantastic mechanism, you see. So that the 6th one, the oxygen has to be released into the tissue. Now suppose carbon monoxide exposure is there. What will happen? Instead of oxygen, carbon monoxide will take that position. Yes, 6th position is occupied by carbon monoxide. That is called carboxyhemoglobin. Earlier it was oxyhemoglobin. Now it will be carboxyhemoglobin. That is actually black colored blood, dirty blood. And this will, what will happen? This cannot carry any oxygen because the 6th position is already occupied. It cannot carry the oxygen. So that's why oxygen carrying capacity of blood is lost. Already I told you at the beginning that oxygen carrying capacity of the blood is lost because of this reason. Because 6th position is already occupied. That's the thing. So carbon monoxide is the effect. Nitric oxide, same effect. 6th position is occupied by NO. Because CO and NO are very similar structure. So So if not occupied by CO, it can be occupied by NO. Similar. So oxygen carrying capacity of blood is reduced. NO2, I'm talking about different toxic gases. NO2, what it does? It will oxidize some of the enzymes into our body, which are necessary enzymes. Catalase enzyme, which is necessary. What catalase does? It releases energy by breaking glucose. So necessary thing. So if this enzyme is damaged, then our different metabolic activity will be hampered. Isn't it? So these are all bad. What is SO2 does? SO2 reduces our air passage, constriction of airway pathways. That is the exact language. And it's better to use this exact language because every language word is very meaningful. Don't write any other language. This is the best language. Yes, apply it there. So here, what I am telling it, it is the constriction of airway pathways. Likhen, mone thakbe. Constriction of airway pathways. What SO2 does? Make it a chart, make it a table. Make it a table. Left column, number 1, number 2, number 3, give some serial number. Number 1 is CO. Number 1 is CO. And the effect. Right column will be effect. What is the effect of CO? Reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Then NO. Next point is NO. What is the effect? Again the same. Reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood. You can give dot dot dot. Okay. Then number 3, NO2. What it does? Oxidizes enzymes and metabolic activity is hampered. Due to NO2, metabolic activity is hampered. And one example I can give you, it is called blue baby syndrome. NO2 gives one symptom, it is called blue baby syndrome. What is that? Baby becomes blue due to suffocation. Baby becomes blue due to suffocation. What type of baby? Below 6 months baby. Infant. Baby is a general term. Infant is a better term. So infant will be affected due to NO2, and that effect what we get is called blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome. Below 6 months. And metabolic activity is hampered. As a consequence, metabolic activity is hampered as a consequence. ওটা অ্যাড করে দাও, তাহলে দুটোর মধ্যে জুড়ে গেল জিনিসটা, নাহলে আলাদা হয়ে যাচ্ছে। বুঝতে পারছো কতটা ওজনদারি প্রত্যেকটা কোশ্চেন? জাস্ট একটু জুড়ে দাও অ্যাজ এ কনসিকোয়েন্স, ওটা শুনতে বেটার লাগছে। আচ্ছা, হোয়াট এলস? ডাস্ট, বাট ইউ ডোন্ট কল ইট ডাস্ট, ইউ কল ইট SPM, সাসপেন্ডেড পার্টিকুলেট ম্যাটার। Suspended particulate matter, here it is there. Dust, smoke, fly ash, these are all particulates. They are called suspended particulate matter together. This suspended particulate matter up to 1 to 10 micron, very crucial. Smaller than 1 micron, very small particles are less danger, less harmful. And larger than 10 micron, 20 micron, 30 micron, this type of dust particles, they are getting deposited at the ground quite easily because they are heavier. So heavier particulates are getting deposited quite easily, and they are not making much harmful effect because they are not going to our lungs that much. Why not going? Because mostly deposited. Though if not deposited, it is getting captured into our nose. We have lot of mechanism. Nasal mucus. नाक के अंदर हमेशा गिला रहते हैं ना, that is actually nasal mucus. There are some nasal hair, लोम है ना যেগুলো কাটতে হয়, that is nasal hair. সবারই হয়, লজ্জার কিছু নেই। So nasal hair, nasal mucus, these things are capturing dust. So that protective mechanism is given by nature. It is given to us by nature so that we can be protected from dust particles. So that's why these things are actually required. Okay, sometimes we get earbud we are using, there is a dirty, na? It is you are feeling dirty, okay, you are cleaning it, but that is necessary. Without that, bacterial attack will be there into your ear, and that ear infection will occur immediately. Without that very bitter taste, this material, it is very bitter taste. The bitter taste material, the bacteria will attack, infect your ear immediately. Inner ear will be infected, and nose. that nasal hair, nasal mucus for dust particles. Okay, so everywhere there is a protective mechanism. Saliva, it can kill some bacteria, and into the stomach, when bacteria goes, it gets getting killed because of acids, HCl. And what is the pH of our acid in the stomach? pH 2. Yeah, 0.2 normal HCl present. 0.2 normal HCl present into stomach. Okay, very quite acidic, quite acidic. That's why if you give some sort of other things like lemonade, Pepsi, Limca, Mirinda, these type of things will be devastating because it will change the pH level of the stomach. Okay.
And what is the exact pH of the blood?
Slightly alkaline, just slightly alkaline.
Like 6 point something.
No. 6 point is not alkaline. No, above 7, above 7.4, 7.6. Alkaline range, in an alkaline range. The whole body is alkaline. That's why you are supposed to take alkaline food, not acidic food. Alkaline food example, fruits. Acidic food example, non-veg.
So fruits are alkaline.
Huh. Most of the fruits are alkaline.
But,
No, alkaline compared to our stomach.
Achha.
We don't need alkali. Alkaline compared to our stomach. And if you take non-veg, it will create lot of acids. That's why you are getting hyperacidity. Non-veg creates lot of hyperacidity because it is creating acids. Amino acid. If protein breaks, what you get? So lot of amino acid in the body, what will make? The whole thing will be acidic. Very simple idea. Acha, what do you think? Lemon is acidic, na?
Yes, sir.
No, but it is less acidic than our stomach. That's why it is actually alkaline for us. Think that way. Okay, so these dust particles, whatever. So what is the dangerous range? 1 to 10 micron. Dangerous range of dust particle, 1 to 10 micron. Smaller than that, all right, because it is going inhaled and getting exhaled. We are taking in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. No problem. Okay? Going in, going out. Not getting deposited much, but 1 to 10 micron deposited. Some of the things we can capture, but not all, because they are so small particles that we are inhaling it and ultimately going into the lungs. Lungs, trachea, alveoli, all are getting affected. There it is getting deposited, settled down. And as a result, what happens? You are getting asbestosis, silicosis, asbestosis, black lung disease, depending on what you are inhaling. If you inhale coal dust, then black lung disease. If you are inhaling asbestos, then asbestosis. If you inhale silica, silicosis. Very simple. Basically all are same. That is stiffening the lungs. And because of this stiffening of lungs, the capacity of the lungs goes down. And that's why the lungs capacity less means what? You are inhaling less amount of oxygen, not sufficient, pumping more and more. Then heart is working harder. Heart attack will. And asthma is very common, you know that. Constriction of airway pathways. So that is the term. Constriction of airway pathways. লিখেছো ওটা? সালফার ডাইঅক্সাইডের এফেক্টটা লেখা হয়নি, লিখে ফেলো। সালফার ডাইঅক্সাইড effect, constriction of airway pathways. What is the meaning of that? The tube where we inhale the air, that is thinner. It is becoming thinner. Why? That body don't want. Body will not like to have lot of toxic gas inside, right? Body will not like to have a lot of toxic gas inside. So what body will do? Squeeze, so that less amount of gas can go inside. So body will have a reflex. Immediately it will squeeze, so that no gas can go inside because toxic gas is going in. That is giving us what? Breathing trouble. That happens for SO2. And for NO2, that I already told you, metabolic disorder. Okay. So dust particle, obviously different disease as I told you. Then carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, these are already discussed. Ammonia is also obnoxious smelling gas, but this is not very common. Ammonia normally we are not getting exposed. Ammonia you can expose in the lab only, or if there is any accident somewhere. Otherwise nobody is releasing ammonia. It is not free that people will release. Rather it is very easy to catch also. Pass through water. It is highly water soluble. Ammonia is highly water soluble. Allow it to pass through water, so it will be dissolved in the water. So easy to catch. Why people will release? By accident it can release. Okay. The tank exploded, so it released. Nobody can stop it. Sulfur dioxide. What is the source? Coal burning. Mainly coal burning, because 5% of coal is sulfur. 5% of coal is sulfur on an average. Achha, nitrogen oxide. What is the source? Petrol burning, petrol diesel, vehicle. Automobile, car, bike, whatever it's all this fossil fuel burning. These two are fossil fuel burning source. Hydrogen cyanide. This is actually lethal gas. It is not normally found, but it can be very trace quantity in the air. Hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide. It is sometimes maybe released by some reason, by decomposition it can be produced. Hydrogen fluoride. These are all different type of gases that can be. They are all air pollutants. Earlier I told you now only 6 criteria pollutants. You may have some misconception that only there is 6 pollutants. That's why I have shown you so many. Others are there. So many, hundreds are there. Some only I have shown you. Hundreds are there. So primary, secondary I have discussed earlier, so I skip it here. Natural and man-made also you understand. Natural is very large sources, and man-made sources are comparatively less, but this deforestation is becoming alarming day by day. Because as the population is increasing, people are doing deforestation purposefully. That is really dangerous. You know, Amazon forest was burned. So there is a sabotage, it is told that there can be a sabotage. Because people want to make a road through the Amazon forest. Through the Amazon forest they wanted to make a road. That's why there is a forest fire. And purposefully it was made, man-made. It was not natural disaster. It was made by human. Okay? Because human greed is unlimited. Human greed is unlimited. They want to make some road through this Amazon rainforest. And killing lot of ecosystem, not lot of species, lot of ecosystems totally got killed by that time. So deforestation is very, very bad. But what is the alternative then? If you are doing deforestation, you have to do afforestation also. That is the only alternative. Without forest, people cannot survive. So have a look. Just have a look. I don't want to read for you. You read it. I'm giving you 1 minute time. পড়ো কি কি আছে দেখো কি কি গ্যাস আছে কি পার্টিকুলার্স these are the gases, these are the particulars list. These are all pollutants. You need to know about the pollutants. So many pollutants. All are not human made, some are natural also, like pollen grain, pollens, that is also a pollutant, but it is a natural pollutant. Pollen to natural. अच्छा, you know पार्थिनियम प्लांट सूट होच्छे झूल बुझे गेছে হ্যাঁ ফিউমস ধোঁয়া ফিউমস ধোঁয়া 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 ফিউমস হচ্ছে ধোঁয়া ফিউম আর স্মোকের মধ্যে তফাৎ আছে আমি টেল ইউ স্মোক নরমালি উই কল স্মোক না ধোঁয়া বাট ফিউম ইজ সাম সর্ট অফ ভেপার দ্যাট কন্টেন্স লিকুইড ড্রপলেট and smoke is solid particle. Smoke is solid. Cigarette ka धुआं, that is smoke, because it contains dust, carbon particles. And laboratory fume that is going through exhaust, that contains liquid droplets. আচ্ছা অত দূরে যাচ্ছ কেন আমাদের বিউটানল ইউজ করেছিল বিউটানল ল্যাবরেটরি में বিউটানল यूज किया एन ब्यूटानल experiment number 7 you have not done yet. No, you will be doing. So beforehand I am telling you one thing, don't put butanol into the sea because it will spread into the air and it will affect your health. So that's why what you do, take butanol and dump into some container that will give. Okay, by mistake also don't throw into the sea because it will affect your health. What? Butanol. It will form a small droplet. It will go into through your nose also. It will go inside, and it will organic liquids are very, very bad. You know, benzene is very famous, na? Very popular. All of you know benzene is cancer. It is cancer causing. Never inhale benzene. It is cancer causing. Okay. Benzene का bottle का ऊपर एक पिक्चर दिया हुआ है. ऐसा क्या होता है? करोटी, skull. Danger symbol is given on benzene bottle. Though it is very popular, we are always drawing, but this is very dangerous. Cancer causing. Yes, it is there. Cancer causing. We normally don't use it.
There are different type of
Hmm.
smoke.
Smoke. Smoke is actually smoke and fog. Combination of smoke and fog. That is called smoke. Suppose winter season, fog is already there. Smoke is coming out from the oven. The smoke and fog will combine producing smoke. And another smoke is called photochemical smoke. Photochemical smoke is actually formed in the air
Yes, sir.
by
Also
breaking organic
glass
compounds.
NO2.
No, actually lot of things. So organic compounds are a lot, like methyl alcohol, different type of hydrocarbon gases, and particularly aldehydes, ketones, acids, all these things together. এগুলো সব মিলিয়ে মিশিয়ে হ্যাঁ কি হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ লন্ডন স্মোক ইন 1985 it was observed. It was observed in the year 1985. Very thick smoke was there on the sky of London. As it was first observed in the London, it is called London smoke. And a lot of people died, particularly those who are aged people. So they died very fast. So death rate was very high that time. Okay, that's why it has become famous or notorious rather. Okay, so famous er ulto. So that happened. So that is called London smoke. আরেকটা কি বললেন?
And what about
Los Angeles. The similar thing. It happened in the Los Angeles. So this type of the phenomena that happened, natural phenomena. But this natural phenomena, behind that it is found that man-made some factors are involved. It is not just natural. Natural plus combination of human factor. So it creates certain pollution that will take some toll afterwards. You create certain pollution after 10 years or 15 years, maybe hundreds. After 100 years also, it can give some effect. So it is not immediate always. Like CFC, people used to use which time? 1968, 70, that time. Enormous used. 1968, DuPont made lot of, and then it became very popular. Why? Because it is fire resistant, it is inert, it is cheap, it is readily available, all the facility. So that's why this material CFC became very very famous. People used to use in the refrigerator, AC, everywhere. But after that, it was found that it is giving that damaging our ozone layer, and then it is stopped. Stopped when? From 2000 particularly. 1995 there is a protocol that is called Montreal Protocol. The treaty was made, and after that slowly all the country stopped it. And so in the year 2000 and above it is reduced, and now it almost is gone from the world. People are not using any CFC now. But in between there is a CFC made. You have to have some replacement. If you want to stop CFC, then you have to use something. What you will use? So some people started HCFC. No, actually HCFC life is smaller. Not that long life. Long life of chemical is always bad. Small life chemical is good. So HCFC has a smaller life compared to HCFC. Compared to CFC. HCFC having a smaller life compared to CFC. And that's why it is used. But after that, people has gone back to something else. Ammonia, carbon dioxide, this type of gas are used. Carbon dioxide you can use. This is the best, because if you can collect carbon dioxide from the air and utilize, then the carbon dioxide level will come down. That will reduce our global warming problem. Okay. Instead of CFC, we can use carbon dioxide. That will reduce the global warming problem also at the same time. So that is the best way, and people are doing that. Carbon dioxide is extracted from the air nowadays. So why people are trying to use more and more solar energy nowadays? It was there from ancient ages. Sunlight is there from the beginning of earth, isn't it? So why people are using now at this moment? Why in 2025 people are talking about solar energy? Why not earlier? That is because earlier there is enough coal and enough petrol. So people did not bother. Now the problem has come. That's why people are bothering. Now you bother about the pollution. Because the problem is up to our neck now. So we cannot avoid now. So far people are avoiding pollution. Okay, oh pollution, EVS subject, okay, exam ke पहले दिन पढ़ लेंगे. Just don't think that way now, because it is actually affecting our health, affecting our environment. Everything is getting affected. We are getting affected, and our next generation will be really a danger. People has to use mask just to go out in the market. Everyone has to use the mask after this, next generation. Okay, that situation is really bad, na? So when you cannot go out without mask, effect in human health, effect of air pollution. So many effects. Some effects already I have told you. I have made a chart also. Effects on animals. If it is affecting human health, it will affect the animal health also. No doubt. Effects on plants. Air pollution also giving effect. Acha, you can read it here. I am giving some practical experience. Suddenly I have seen that DMC is spraying water at the tree top. গাছের উপরে জল স্প্রে করছে কেন? এফেক্ট অন প্লান্ট, এক্সাম্পল, ডাইরেক্ট proof. It is effect is there. That's why they are using pump and all these things. They are spending some money for that. Na? They have made some man that is involved in that work, the manpower. They have given some machine. They have given water. So that means they are spending money. Why? Unnecessarily they will not spend money. Na? They are spending money because it is requirement. You have to save the plants, otherwise you will not be saved. You have to save the trees. Small plant will not save us. Huge tree will be required to save us. This much of small pot plants, they cannot do anything for us. They are themselves very delicate, cannot do anything for us. But big banyan tree, it can actually give us life, producing lot of oxygen. Na? That's why. So sometimes we think, what this tree is doing? Cut those ko, kya kar rahe ho? Koi fruit nahi de raha hai, koi flower nahi de raha hai. That happens. Na? But practically it is giving us life, giving oxygen, tons of oxygen it is producing. So that is giving us life. What else it will give? Giving us life. Nothing else required. They are giving us life. Big trees, not small plants. So there is a natural tendency, cutting big trees and putting a small plant. Nowadays people are doing that. Na? When you are cutting a big tree, okay, compensating with a small powder. That will not do anything actually. Because after a few days, it will be killed by some cow. Gai kha jayega. So plantation we are also doing. बीसीआर के सामने कुछ प्लांटेशन है, हम लोग लगाया पे पौधा, तो वो बचेगा क्या पता नहीं, कितना दिन बचेगा. छोटा पौधा लगाया, उसको देखभाल कौन कर रहा है कोई? तो देखभाल का प्रॉब्लम. Government situation is also everywhere the same, na? On the road, what you are doing, you see on the main road, national highway. So small plant, the government is putting some saplings. These are called saplings. Okay, they are putting some saplings. After that, no watering, nothing, no maintenance, and after a few days, it has become very weak and sick. A single stand. Isn't it like that?
Yes, sir.
So effect of air pollution on climate. If there is too much of dust particle in the air, it will be conducting air. That's why there will be thunderfall, more frequent thunderfalls. That is one effect I am telling you. Rainfall. So what you can do? Control of air pollution. These are the control effects. So many effects. We can control by air pollution by so many means. क्या कर सकते हैं? We can do lot of things. Now you choose what you can do. One thing you can do, I am telling you, one suggestion. When you go out of the classroom, always switch off the light and fan. That much you can do. One thing. Secondly, don't make the classroom dirty. खाने के बाद पैकेट को डस्टबिन में फेंक, क्लासरूम के अंदर नहीं. उधर कॉर्नर में है ना, वो कॉर्नर में প্রত্যেক ফ্লোরে একটা করে বড় ডাস্টবিন আছে. হ্যাঁ, ডাস্টবিন তুমি মাঝখানে রাখতে চাইছো, ইট উইল বি অলওয়েজ এট এ কর্নার অনলি. ডাস্টবিন কেউ মুখের সামনে রেখে দেয় না. প্রচুর এফেক্ট. Okay, I don't need to read it for you, so I keep it here. Okay, after this, This is one machinery system. Cyclone collector, cyclone separator. Dust particle passing through this along with gas, air. Then it is spiral motion. When you give a spiral motion to a gas, dust particle will be automatically knocking at the wall because of centrifugal action. Centrifugal effect. Dust particle will knock at the wall and will fall down at the bottom and will be separated. नीचे गिर जाएगा उसको collect कर लेगा. So that is called cyclone collector. But this one is a small system. Very large industry, we cannot use it. Small system, we can use it. When the amount of dust particle is air, dust containing air is small, you can use this system, cyclone separator. Electrostatic precipitator, this is for big industry. Though the drawing is small, actual thing is very large. Okay, so in the DSP, people are using ESP. DSP is using ESP. Durgapur steel plant is using electrostatic precipitator. As an example, what is electrostatic precipitator? You know electrolysis? It is like that only. Dust particles are getting charged whenever entering the ESP. They are getting charged because of very high voltage. These charged particles are getting discharged because of electricity. What is the voltage? 10 to 25 kilovolt. Kilovolt, very high voltage. That's why the current consumption is also very high. So always small factory cannot use it. Affordable nahi. So only big industry can afford this. That is also running cost is so high. Per hour, if you run 1 hour, 5,000 rupees electricity bill. Because commercial rate, rate is commercial, consumption huge. But the very effective one is very effective one. Even the very small dust particle can be removed. If you want more better efficiency, you have to spend more money. Very simple. রেঞ্জ মানে না একটা এত বড় এটা একটাই যথেষ্ট, একটা রান করলেই যথেষ্ট। তো মাঝে মাঝে বন্ধ করে দেয় ইলেকট্রিক বিল বাঁচাবার জন্য। রাতে চালায় না, দিনে চালায়। দিনে লোকে দেখতে পাবে, রাতে দেখবে না। ফ্যাক্ট, figures and facts. Okay, so I am almost at the end. This is the summary, and I think you have already tired. So
Very much, sir.